Aloha, my friends. This is Billy Wiggly coming at you live from the Ninth Island, Las Vegas, Nevada. Hey, get yourself some shortcuts. You're using Excel all day long? Keyboard shortcuts. Control plus, control minus, alt plus equal, all plus equal. We're going to be using that today. That's a shortcut to the sum function. Find them right here. Just go to don'tgetmadgetskills.com. Go to my website, put in your name, put in your email address, and download yourself 253 Excel shortcuts. Those are for Windows. There's also shortcuts available for the Mac version of Excel. Come on, let's learn some functions today, or learn about functions. And what is a function? Well, a function is you can think of it as a pre-programmed formula in Excel. Like, for example, let's say that I wanted to sum up this entire range of data. These are my cells that I want to sum them up right there. And I'm going to write just a basic formula. I'm going to say equals that one plus 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 that one. So there's my formula. The total is equal to A2 plus B2 plus C2 plus D2 plus E2 plus F2. It's a pretty nice and colorful formula that we got right there, yeah? Pretty. Rainbow colors. We like that in Hawaii. Now let's go ahead and just press enter, and it's going to give us the answer right there, just like that. But wouldn't it be easier if Excel would just write that formula for us? And it does. Pay close attention. This is the formula that we had to write ourselves in there. Now we're going to use a function. And what is a function again? It's a pre-programmed, think of it as a pre-programmed formula. So all I'm going to do is press Alt equal right there, and you see that? Then I'm going to press enter, and we're done. Just like that. Want to see that? Want to see that again? Let's use a shortcut to undo. What is that? Control Z. Control Z. That's right. How about to redo? Control Y. To undo, Control Z. Just like that. All right. So here we go. I want to sum up this entire range of data. So I can just go right ahead and select what I want to sum and press Alt equal. And it spits out the answer for us right there. Watch. Once again, I'm going to undo this, and I'm going to use Alt equal. Ready? All right, Excel. Sum it all up for me, and spit it out that end. And look at the formula. It's a sum function. It's not equals A2 plus B2 plus C2 plus D2 plus E2 plus F2. No, it's a sum function. And it's saying sum all the way from A2 to F2. Now, isn't that much cleaner? Maybe it's not as pretty because it's not as colorful, but it's a lot more efficient. And how did I know that shortcut? Well, let's go check out the sum function. This is called the quick access toolbar. And in another lesson, I'll show y'all how to customize a quick access toolbar. Or just look through some of my videos. I talk about the quick access toolbar. And what I've done is I added to the quick access toolbar the auto sum right in there. And so when you hover over any tool in Excel, typically if you wait 1.1 seconds, Excel will give you a tool tip. And in this case, the tool tip also includes the shortcut. Not all tools have shortcuts, but a lot of them do. And in this case, the sum function does have that shortcut. And you can see right there, it's Alt equal. Let's see the undo button. Oh, it's not. Oh yeah, right there. It's showing us that the shortcut is Control Z. You see right there at the very end, Control Z. All right. So now let me go right ahead, and I can even just put my marquee where I want the answer to go. Begin with the end in mind. Always remember that in Excel. And what's the shortcut? Alt equal. Boom, boom. There you have it. Now, what if I didn't know that there was a sum function? What if I just want to look for it, search for it? Is there a tool that would help me do that? Yes, there is. And right here at the beginning of your formula bar is this tool right here. This is the insert function tool right there. I like to call it the formula builder. The insert function tool. And when you click on the insert function tool, what it does is, like for example, I put my marquee where I want that formula to go. And then I'm just going to click on my insert function tool right there. Click insert function. And here it says, hey, type a a brief description of what it is that you want to do. So I'm going to I want to add, and then I'm just going to say go. And let's see, we've got address. Oh, look, this sum right here. And it says that it adds all the numbers in the range of cells. I can even get help on this function if I wanted to. Click on help on this function, and it's going to take me to a website, Microsoft website, where I can find some help on this function. All right. Now it's also going to show me how this function works. And right here we see that it adds all the numbers in a range of cells. It's telling me right here what the name of the function is, and these are the arguments, number 1, number 2, and they're separated by commas. So it tells me how it works. So I'm just going to say, all right, that's cool. Let's just press OK and see what happens. So we press OK, and then now it went ahead and it inserted the sum function for us. And it explains the arguments for us right there. All right, so I just press OK, boom, and we're done. But what about another example? How about text? Have you ever gotten any data like this? I mean, it's cool. They went ahead and put a header row. It's important to have a header row. And then they've got the title row, which if you're going to merge and center a cell, make sure that it's the title row above the header row. You don't want any more merged cells below your header row. But look what we've got right here. We've got our last name, Ryan. It needs to be capitalized, right? And this one too, and this one too. We need to put a capital letter, capital letter, capital letter. So in other words, we need to make all that text proper. So how would we write a formula? Instead of trying to figure out how to write a formula for this, well, maybe there's a function that does that for us. So we can just head on up here to the Formulas tab. And in the Formulas tab, you have what's called a function library right here. And we're looking for text functions in this case. So we could easily just go into our formula bar, click on the text functions drop down, and then we can go over all these functions and see if there's one that would make our text proper. And look, there's one right there, proper. And it's telling us, let's see if I can freeze this in place. Proper. Okay, so we've got the proper function. Let's search for it. I'm just going to go into the insert function tool, the formula builder. Now notice I put the marquee right where I want my answer to go. So I'm going to just click on the insert function tool, and I'm going to type, I want to capitalize text. And I press it. Oh, look what I found right there, the proper function. And the proper function is explaining to us right here. It's called the proper function, and it has one argument, and the type of argument that it is, it's text. And it tells us right here that it converts a text string to proper case. The first letter in each word to uppercase and all other letters to lowercase. Cool. All right. So let's go right ahead and click on OK to insert this function. And then all of a sudden right here we have the function arguments dialog box appear. And the function arguments dialog box tells us that we can use one argument. We know that because there's no more fields for any more arguments. And it told us that the proper only had one argument in it, and it was text. That's called mouse writing. Not that good. Anyways, so let's get right ahead, and we want to make proper the word Mr. Okay, let's just say we're going to do it that way. C3. And now look here. It's telling us that it's taken with the contents of C3, which was this, and now the result is that. We can even look right down here where it says formula result, and it says Mr. just like that. So then we press I I'm going to do this just a little bit different. I'm going to make this be that one. Ryan. There we go. C3. And watch why I'm doing this. So now I'm going to go right ahead and press OK. So I'm going to grab my autofill handle and I'm going to drag on over and do to relative referencing. Boom. Look at that. How nice is that? Right? And this is the proper of A3. Let me zoom out a little bit here. Proper of A3. This is the proper of B3. And this is the proper of C3. And notice how it highlights right in here whenever I'm making selections of my formulas. It's telling me what is that cell referencing. And this particular one is referencing C3. And you notice the C3 is color coded right there to match. Now I press enter. Now I can go ahead and grab all three of these and I'm going to double click on the autofill handle. Click, click. Boom. There you have it. I'm going to press Control tilde so that we can see all of the formulas in action. Look at that. I just made all of those proper. And I'm going to press Control tilde again to hide them. And now you're saying, hey, why don't you just copy them and paste them right over? All right, let's do it. So Control C to copy. Then I'm going to go right ahead and paste over it. And, what did I just do here? Iced coffee. I live in Las Vegas, Nevada, and it's hot. So now, take a close look at what I did here. We had what in this range of data? We had formulas, right? We had the proper function. And so when I copied what? I copied all those formulas or all those, let's just call them formulas. I copied all those formulas and then I pasted them right on here. And this formula right here was the proper of A3. So what I'm doing is I'm taking the proper of A3 and I'm putting it right on top. So I'm saying I'm trying to get this function to reference itself. And we can't do that. That's called a circular reference. So now what I'm going to do instead, Control Z, I'm going to go ahead and select this range of data, Control C to copy it, and I'm going to do a paste special. So I'm going to come right over to cell A3 where I'm going to paste, and I'm going to right click. And we see here that we have our paste specials. And it gives me a preview. That's just a straight up paste, what you did, and it's just copying the formulas and pasting them right on top. Then we can just paste the values. See that? It's just pasting the results of the formula, not the formula itself. So let's just paste the values. And there we have it, just like that. Now I'm going to do a shortcut here. Control Shift arrow to the right, Control Shift arrow down, and I'm going to delete, boom, and then I'm going to go Control Home, bam, we're done. And that is the insert function tool, my friends, right over here. This is just an intro. We're going to talk a lot more about functions this Friday on our 30-minute easy webinar that I will do this Friday coming up. Just go right ahead and look down into the comments and you're going to see a quick link so you can get yourself some more details. And what I want to say to you, my friends, is keep on learning. Come on now. You can't ever just give up. And remember, I love you. Don't get mad. Get skills. Aloha.